Alright, welcome to another Raw Drone Runs. This one is another Snake in the Grass episode. It's episode 6. This is actually the first episode I shot, I believe, right after I got out of COVID quarantine. You could see that beautiful area that we were just flying over there. That's where we're shooting here today. That was some Inspire footage. But what we're doing is shooting the contestants arriving in their dune buggies. So we're way over here, but they're going to come from over there and just roll on this dirt road. The sun's kind of low in the sky, so we're going to get some nice dust kicking up and really just getting some approach shots. Now for these, it's not really so much all about what you would normally want to do with FPV, you know, getting in and chasing right on their heels or right over them. It's more about these kinds of shots. Trying to get stuff like that. And that's when I always thank my stars that I am flying digital, because I could see the twigs. Every time I got on Saul's analog rig, I just thought, oh man, I would be afraid of twigs in these situations. Maybe you analog guys can do it, and I just don't have the eyes for it. You can see the shadows creeping in down there. Yeah, or my shadow, my drone shadow. I'm flying the BangGod here. You really always have to position yourself to avoid that shadow. You can't have your own shadow in your shot, so I'm always trying to look out for that. Now here I'm just trying to set up another good approach on these guys. Get them coming into frame is always nice. This shot got used in the show. A little bit of it did. They always just are cutting between a bunch of different shots, so you just try to get some nice snips. I think this actually got used. Looking right into the sun, going right over them, eating a little bit of dust. And I believe that's the run. We were then at that point approaching, yep, other vehicles. So that's it for that run. So yeah, that's how we do that kind of thing. I'm flying the BangGod there in case I needed the speed. When you're going slow like that too, I get plenty of time for that type of a run. Now I just got to come back and find us. There's Saul with our landing procedure. Plop it in the grass. Now for this next one, we went to a completely different location. We were way down in this ravine, this beautiful river. And we pretty much sat all day while they ran this competition, and we didn't get to shoot at all with the drone. Just because of the noise. We couldn't fly the DJI drones down there because it was really dense jungle. And then there just wasn't a good time for the FPV stuff. But the director, Rami, really wanted me to get some shots of the waterfall. And obviously the area where the competition was taking place. So you're going to see here, the river is really strong. And basically, even with a float, like I run with a little float on the back of this thing, I think I can show you a picture of that. Chances are if it went in the river, if something happened, I clip a branch and drop into the river, it would just be gone. This river would take it away. There was no way. We didn't have the personnel to post someone in the creek downstream. And I'll show you down here where the challenge and the waterfall is. Just beyond that is another, like a waterfall across the river that would just be no man's land. So there's our main waterfall. Such a pretty spot. And here's the challenge. That big log I'm kind of going over right there is where the challenge took place. So I'm going to go up, try to get as much of this waterfall in a shot as I can. Also, again, going up above the waterfall there was no way to access that and see what was up there. So I was honestly a little scared to fly up there, potentially get hung up in something and just never be able to retrieve this thing. So, but this was the shot I was looking for. And I shot that at 120 frames. So you can get a nice slow-mo out of that. pretty much grab that and come back. Now one of the producers was yelling at me to get another shot. Let's see, I think I'm just coming in for a happy landing here. Yeah, so at this point, one of the producers said, hey, let's take one of the bamboo sections that they use in the challenge. I think well, I won't tell you what happens, but they wanted to take one of these bamboo sections and float it down the river and have me follow it. So here I come. We organized for this guy to toss one in right there, and now I'm following it. You see it kind of coming over that little bit there. And again, I'm shooting at 120 frames per second, so they could slow this down if they wanted to. And yeah, there were some decent little clips of it coming through. I don't think they used any of that though. A lot of the time it's just, you know, you try to get what you can, hope to get some good shots that get used, give the editors lots of choices. Now what they did use, this was really good light coming through the waterfall there. So I came up, circled around, then I kind of came back through it. Oh, there was Matt, you just saw pass through your frame. He was already gathering up cameras because this was pretty much end of day. But this got used. Look at this nice shot of the waterfall. Kick through, a little water on the lens, and there's our log again. You can see I just run automatic on these kind of shots and let it adjust to the various lighting conditions because there are so many different possible lighting conditions. And then once again, I feel at this point happy that I made it. So I'm going to come in and cut my losses, and done for the day on that one. That was the GeyserPhobe, actually, that I was flying there with a float on the back. Not floats underneath, just a float on the back, just in case. So if I went in, hopefully I'd be able to find it. So that was Snake in the Grass, episode 6, down in Costa Rica. So yeah, if you're enjoying these, tell me in the comments below anything else you'd like to see. And otherwise, I'll just keep on shooting while I'm out there. All right, like and subscribe. Talk soon.